With that, let us begin the today's application. The first one, application of single phase AC to resistor. When I use the word application of single phase AC, it is sinusoidal AC only. Then here look at the circuit diagram which is shown in the left top corner. You can see here. I have a resistor R ohms connected to a sinusoidally varying input which is a Vm sin omega t, progressing sinusoidally with the peak value Vm. It may be Em or Vm, a small notation change you experience from book to book. Such a resistor connected to a source definitely cause a current to get injected into the circuit. Let IR, current flowing through a resistor, IR be the one noticed here. When a current IR flow through this, definitely it creates a potential across that as VR. What is this VR? Using Ohm's law, I can write VR equal to IR into R. That we know. Let us understand what we are supposed to do under this study. Application of single phase AC to a resistor pertain to study of behavior of current. When an input voltage is sinusoidal, you can see the waveforms here. There are two waveforms drawn on a common scale. The one which is upper by magnitude is voltage, Vm sin omega t, like that. The another is current wave, which is shown in the lower pane or just following which. In the next diagram, we have drawn three graphs, three waves, current, voltage and power, like that. So our study in this heading pertain to understand what is that nature of the current first, equation for the current second, representation of those waveforms third, then is there any consumption of power next. If there is a consumption of power, if there is no consumption of power, provide mathematical proof for that and draw the waveforms. Then conclude your understanding by vectorial relationship, like where is that voltage vector, where is that current vector, how it is represented in this perspective. This one page of representation is one good question, like explain application of single phase AC to a resistor. At that time, you need to perform these computations which have been put on the slide and draw the rough sketches of the waves as required. Let's see then. If we have Vm sin omega t to a resistor, when a current I flows through this, it creates a voltage across that. Let us write then. Let Vr be applied voltage. Vr equal to Vm sin omega t and IR equal to Vr divided by R. Because voltage across this, nothing but voltage applied. What is viewed across this? Therefore, I can write current flowing through this resistor as IR equal to Vr divided by R. Then I can write this is equal to Vm sin omega t divided by R. So this can be rewritten as Vm divided by R sin omega t. You can see here IR equal to Imax. What is Imax? Imax is Vmax divided by R sinusoidally varying, which is written here. This is rewritten as a quantity in the heading as a peak value IR equal to Imax sin omega t. Therefore, this is known as given equation of voltage Vm sin omega t. Then current obtained here is Im sin omega t, where Im is Vm divided by R. So therefore, this is the first step we achieved using Ohm's law. Current through resistor is voltage across that divided by resistance offered by that. So we got given voltage, current through the resistor. Then if I want to plot these two waveforms, look at the diagram. This diagram projects you the scale. Vertical axis, I have current scale, voltage scale. Along the x-axis, I have omega or time scale. Then I will draw one sinusoidally varying quantity, which is Vm sin omega t, which is in the top line. You can see here. It makes one complete cycle for 2 pi duration. 0 to pi first half, pi to 2 pi second half. Likewise, the current what I obtain using the study of this experiment, this circuit is Im sin omega t. From this, what I will find, current wave is having a peak value Im. Like voltage value had a Vm, it is having Im. It is progressing with the omega t. This is also progressing with the omega t. So both are in phase. There is no difference in the beginning of this wave, Omega t is omega t. There is no omega t plus or minus some angle. Both are omega t, omega t. That is the meaning called as in phase relationships. Then I will be drawing similar kind of wave with a different magnitude Im progressing with a sinusoidally varying nature. You can see here Im sin omega t. So I am able to draw two waves. First wave is applied voltage, second wave is current flowing through the resistor. The relationship established among them is in phase because applied voltage is Vm sin omega t, current resulted is Im sin omega t. This is the first step. Later, is there any consumption of power by this resistor? Definitely. Whenever we connect a power to a resistor or voltage to a circuit to a resistor, therefore it consumes power and put it in the form of heat. Then what is that power consumed? How to account it? Then we have to understand these two waveforms. We can see here there is an instantaneous voltage wave. We have to observe instantaneous current wave, and over one cycle if I observe what is the power consumed by the resistor, I can quantify. How I can do it? Instantaneous power consumed by the resistor at any instant from 0 to 2 pi I can quantify. How I can quantify? At 0 point, both the waves are yet to begin. Instantaneous power is given by, you can watch here, lowercase p, p equal to instantaneous voltage equation, instantaneous current equation, nothing but Vm sin omega t into Im sin omega t, which is equal to Vm Im sin square omega t. Power consumed by this resistor connected to a source is Vm Im sin square omega t. Let us wait here, we will not go further. It means instantaneous power means at any instant of time. What is the quantity current? What is the quantity voltage? V into I have to multiply. You can watch this diagram. One is in the second waveform. I have the similar one, voltage waveform, correct? Current waveform. There is a brown or orange colored power waveform is constructed. What is that? How it is constructed? I would like to tell you. The power wave which is orange in color or brown in color is E V into I, instantaneous voltage into instantaneous current. How is done? At 0 mark here, both the quantities are 0, power curve is also 0. At this pi, both the quantities are 0, it is 0. At the crest of this, can you see at pi by 2, at 90 degree, both the waves are having peak value. Product of peak Vm, product of peak Im becomes Pm. So there is a point here. It means from 0 to pi by 2, both the quantities, instantaneous values of voltage, current, if I keep on multiplying, it creates me dot, 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 and it makes a profile like this. Because it is sinusoidally varying, it also creates sinusoidally varying profile of power. When I join collectively, it represents power wave. That's what I'm trying to convey here. Instantaneous power is instantaneous voltage into current, which is Vm Im sin square omega t, which can be rewritten as P equal to, writing the sin square into 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2, because I have to write what is the total power over a cycle. Then I have to take integration of that. For that it becomes easier by writing sin square into difference and sum of cosines. So therefore it is rewritten like this. Then I can simplify Vm Im by 2 minus Vm Im by 2 cos 2 omega t. So therefore, average power over a cycle I want to quantify. So is it 0? Is it really 0? I have to quantify. Resistor consume power. So in every positive half cycle of the input, current and voltage are in the positive half of the representation. I can construct a power wave multiplying Vi as one dot mathematically, create it and join with the profile sinusoid, which is nothing but a proof of this value. Second, in the pi to 2 pi region, pi to 2 pi region, this is called both the waves are moving in the negative phase. So both are in the negative plane. Then V is also with the minus head, I is also with the minus head. Minus and minus become plus. Therefore, again, when the both the quantities are moving in the negative half, product leads to positive. Similar kind of dotted instantaneous values of power I am able to project here. At this corner 0, at this corner 0, at the mid of this peak value minus V minus I become plus P. Automatically peak crust is noticed here. From 0 to crust, increasing phenomena. From crust to 0 again, decreasing phenomena. I will get two sinusoids of power wave. Therefore, I can say power is not 0. If power would have went 0, area of the power wave, orange color or a brown color, what you will find? This area of the curve under 0 to 2 pi duration should go 0. That is not going 0 because in the first half 0 to pi, it is represented in the upper half. And in the pi to 2 pi also, because both the quantities are moving in the negative plane, product leads to positive. Therefore, power in a cycle is this plus this. It means power is not 0. You can see here, average power in a cycle is average of first term, average of second term. So therefore, since average of Vm cos pi by 2 is going 0, because when I take average of this second term oscillated, it become cosine. Nothing but if I integrate this equation, integrate this 0 to 2 pi d omega t, cos changes to sine, sine with 0 and 2 pi goes 0. Therefore, second term will go 0. Average of this goes 0 because when I integrate this expression Vm Im by 2 minus Vm Im by 2 cos 2 omega t, integration of this from 0 to 2 pi if I do. So first term is integrable. I can integrate this. Second term, when I integrate it, cosine become sinusoid. Sine with 0 and 2 pi goes 0. What remains is numerical solution of only first half. That's the reason this, since the average of second term goes 0, the power computation stand here as only this much. That is called P equal to V max I max by 2. This can be rewritten as root 2 into 2 is written as root 2 into root 2. Why it is made root 2? There is a need. V max divided by root 2, I max divided by root 2, like your RMS quantity. What is the RMS value of a sinusoidal quantity? Peak value divided by root 2. That is the reason Vm by root 2, Im by root 2 arrangement is done for 2. That will quantify Vrms, IRMS. So power in AC circuit, resistive circuit is just like your DC circuit, V into I. I can write VI watts. There is a consumption of power over a cycle which is quantified as VI watts. It means it is a AC circuit. There is another new term called as power factor arise. Here power factor is not visible to you because power factor is 1. When you go to the next case study, definitely power factor visualizes into the derivation. So therefore, this short derivation, when I know applied voltage, when I get IR current through resistor, using those equation, what is that instantaneous power? What is that total average power over a cycle? If I summarize, the term leads me Vm Im by 2 on rearrangement Vm by root 2, Im by root 2 as Vrms, IRMS. So this is the power consumed. So we got wave voltage, wave current and wave power. I have achieved all the parameters. The next thing is representation by vectors. The vectors are like this. So in this case, where is that vector of voltage and vector of current through resistor? We have seen in case of resistor, wave voltage across resistor, current through resistor possess themselves in phase relationship. Therefore, I can say vector V, vector I stand here in the same plane, coplanar we call it as, in the same plane, in the same direction they are. Therefore, they are in phase. That is witnessed by waves. Voltage wave followed by current wave with different peaks. Therefore, if I represent a vector for this OA example, OB, so both lie 1 over 1 like that. Voltage, current are in phase. This is called vectorial representation of voltage and current referring to application of single phase AC to a resistor. It's very simple fundamental case study. There is an absorption of power, yes, by VI watts. There is a flow of current inside the circuit, yes, Im sin omega t. Applied voltage is Vm sin omega t. Both are in phase. Two lines will be like this. And mathematical proof of power. Instantaneous power V into I. I have to multiply these two. Then average power over a cycle. I have to get the average of first term, average of second term. Nothing but I can take integration. Integration over 0 to 2 pi. How do I write it? 1 by 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi this equation d omega t. When I do it, definitely it land with the value Vm by root 2, Im by root 2 as Vi watts. So this is the case, very, very basic. The next case help me to understand this. Let's see an application of single phase AC to a inductor. This inductor, can you see here? Single phase voltage Vm sin omega t connected to an inductor L Henry. L Henry inductor is assumed to be connected to a AC source. There will be a flow of current this way and this way because it's alternating voltage. What is the kind of voltage we are dealing here? Alternating sinusoidally. Therefore, I have current flowing through this inductor. Now we have to understand what is my ultimate goal? Obtain current equation, obtain relationship, obtain power equation, draw all the waves, then convince mathematically. That is my task. So therefore, my heading start with application of single phase AC. Now here I would like to give you, when I have an inductor in the study, let us assume ideal inductor. Inductor will not possess any impurity. It is a perfect inductor. No resistance impurity is associated as an assumption. When there is a pure inductor, definitely it will not consume power. You are aware of that one. So I am considering an ideal inductor connected to alternating source of energy. Or else you can consider group of conductor formed as an inductor which n turns are there. N number of turns of wire constituted a inductor of L Henry we can consider. But it is an ideal. There is no loss in that. Now let us consider applied voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t, which is mentioned here. When it is a Vm sin omega t, look to the waveform here. Can you see these waveforms? The waveform which is 0, sinusoidal first half, sinusoidal second half. We have to observe this. Observe my mouse cursor here. Vm and also there is an arrow. Vm sin omega t. I can draw a waveform of input voltage. Vm sinusoidally varying, omega t is the progressing velocity. This is Vm sin omega t, a solid voltage line, which is shown here, which is the input voltage. When its inductance is L Henry, we know that by self-induction mechanism, whenever the magnetic flux linked with the conductor or a group of turn change, there is an induction of EMF in that. Therefore, the current which is injected into the circuit is no doubt alternating. Because of source alternating, current is also alternating sinusoidal. This current creates a magnetic flux in the coil. It creates a magnetic flux which is again sinusoidal because flux is created by the current is resulted by the source, which are all by type alternating sinusoidal. Therefore, alternating flux is created in the conductor group here, and that is alternative. When I say positive half, negative half, positive half, negative half, there is a change in flux linked with the conductor. There will be an induction of EMF in this. Basically, I want to come to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction by self mechanism. There will be induction of EMF in the conductor by self mechanism given as EL, induced EMF in the inductor as EL equal to minus L di by dt. There will be L is a Henry of inductance minus L di by dt volts. Minus sign is because so-called induced EMF is always opposing the source, opposing the voltage which is creating it. It is according to Lenz's law. So therefore, I can write whenever we connect alternating voltage to an ideal inductor, there occur self-induction in the inductor as minus L di by dt. And this is always opposite vectorially to the supply voltage. Then what I can do? Induced voltage is always opposing this, means I can equate here. You can see here Vm sin omega t is equal to minus, always opposing the induced EMF, minus L di by dt. So I mean to say, make the voltage induced opposite to applied voltage. That's all. I can write Vm sin omega t is equal to L di by dt. So why I did it, you might ask me. What was my task? My task was to generate equation of current. So therefore, to get the equation of current, I have taken help of self-induced EMF. EL equal to minus L di by dt. There is a term di. Di, if I integrate, it become I. Hence, I took this phenomena of self-induction in the inductor case. That's what? Induced EMF equal to applied voltage. I am trying to correlate. When I correlate, you can see here Vm sin omega t become L di by dt. Keep di as heading, rest all you transfer other side. What is going to become? Vm divided by L. You can see here Vmax divided by L, okay, into dt sinusoidal. I can say di equal to Vm by L sin omega t dt. So di means infinitesimally small element of current di. Then what is total current I? To get I have to integrate other side. That you can see integrating on both sides. Di on integration become I. Then other side integration become sine become minus cosine. You can see here. So Vm by L outside. Integration sine omega t dt. Then Vm max by integration of sine omega t dt. You are integrating with respect to t, but there is a omega t. What will happens? Sine omega t become basically minus cos omega t, and omega t's differentiation with respect to t become divided by omega. So therefore, I will have the integration of sine omega t with dt as minus cos omega t divided by omega. That's all. So there is one constant a. So I can exempt this. So therefore, Vmax divided by omega L in the bracket minus cos omega t is the equation of current. Now I have to understand relationships. What is this minus cos omega t? What is this sin omega t? If I have a reference axis sinusoidal, and cos omega t means from the sine shifted by 90 degree. Minus cos omega t means shifted negative by 90 degree. So this we call as vectorial relationship of sin omega t with cos omega t. When cos omega t only plus cos omega t is referred, it is leading ahead of sin omega t by 90. When minus cos omega t appear, it is lagging behind sin omega t by 90 degree or pi by 2 radian. That is the knowledge we'll get here. The relationship of minus cos omega t with respect to sin omega t means cos omega t is 90 degree ahead of sin omega t, minus cos omega t is 90 degree behind the sin omega t. This is because applied voltage is sin omega t. Resultant current is minus cos omega t. Where it will stand? It will stand exactly 90 degree below this vector. It means that can be rewritten in terms of sinusoidal as you can see here. So I equal to Vm by omega L cos omega t. This is going to get revised as sine of omega t minus pi by 2. There is a minus outside, taken inside later, which is written directly Vm by omega L into minus cos omega t is written as sine omega t minus pi by 2. Suppose this was plus cos omega t, then I would have written it as sine omega t plus pi by 2. So minus cos omega t vector will have 90-degree lagging with respect to sine omega t. Minus cos omega t will have minus, plus cos omega t will have plus pi by 2, like that. Then why it is written, you might ask me, because applied voltage is sinusoidal. How is that current resulted? I want to correlate. To correlate that, I got I equal to Vm by omega L sine omega t minus pi by 2. I resulted sinusoidally varying quantity, omega t as a progressing velocity, phase difference of pi by 2 with respect to input. Input is Vm sine omega t. The current resulted is something peak value Im sine omega t minus radian phi by 2, lagging behind the omega t point by 90-degree. I say lagging concept of current is noticed. So therefore, we can write the wave. You can see the dotted line here. Dotted line is a current wave. Current wave begin from pi by 2. So pi by 2, it starts building the wave and go forward. So what is the meaning of that? Current wave begin pi by 2 radian later than that of supply voltage, means current is lagging behind the voltage by pi by 2 or 90-degree. There could be a question, explain, show that, prove that current in an ideal inductor lag behind the voltage by 90-degree. This is your stop point. You have to stop up to this point. Explain, derive and stop. As per this equation, I equal to something Im sine omega t minus pi by 2 is the proof of that. That you can see here. The instantaneous current is expressed as something I equal to Im peak value. What is the peak value? Ratio of this Vm by omega L. What is omega L? Inductive reactance. It is also known as XL. So 2 pi FL. Omega is called 2 pi F. So therefore, inductive reactance in the denominator. So invariably, I can write I equal to Im sine omega t minus pi by 2. The second term is, after representing the current wave, I have to calculate the power. Do this ideal inductor consume power? We are very theoretically no. Whatever is the power consumed is stored in the form of electromagnetic field. So ideally, whatever is the energy invested by the source into the inductor is stored as a energy. Whenever source is diminishing, it is recycled back. I mean to say, in every positive half cycle, energy transfer takes place from source to inductor. And in every negative half cycle, energy transfer takes place from inductor to the source. Like this, energy recycling takes place. Net energy consumed is 0. Therefore, to prove that, what we have to do? Take again the concept of instantaneous power. What is instantaneous power? P equal to V into I. Then what is V here? Vm sine omega t. It is written here. What is I? Im sine omega t minus pi by 2. Take them side by side. It becomes Vm Im sine omega t minus cos omega t. What is minus cos omega t? Same as cos omega t. By the trigonometry we know. Minus cos omega t is cos omega t. Therefore, I will find power equal to Vm Im sine omega t cos omega t. You can see some arrangement here. Sin A, sin A, 2 sin 2A concept here. Sin A cos A and into 2 divided by 2. If I arrange it, it is going to become sin 2 omega t like concept. Sin omega t, cos omega t. 2 is missing. 2 if I arrange divided by 2, cancel it again. It become 2 sin A cos A. It become sin 2A. You can see here. Vm Im by 2 sin 2 omega t. And this denominator 2 is again put as root 2. You can see here. Vm by root 2, Im by root 2, sin 2 omega t. So this goes 0, because when I integrate this, it is going to become 0. So therefore I can say power consumed over a cycle is 0. So invariably I can say the total power consumed by the ideal inductor is 0. Whatever is the energy investment done by the source is to build the electromagnetic field strength. Whenever the source is diminishing, that electromagnetic energy is released back to the source. So therefore it's stored as a electromagnetic field. Then I would like to say, when power is 0, P equal to 0, earlier case power was not 0, we got V into I there. If P is 0, how is that power wave represented? Because I have an instantaneous power equation. What is the instantaneous power equation? Vm Im sin omega t cos omega t. This is an equation. This equation is what? From this graph, if I come to the graph, I have voltage wave Vm sin omega t. I have a current wave dotted Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. If I dot back, it becomes a sine wave. Okay. And I have at 0 mark, product of V into I is 0. At pi by 2, current is 0, voltage is peak. Again, the product is 0. Likewise, I will have 0 crossings. At omega t equal to 0, one of the quantity is 0, but current is highest, voltage is 0. At pi by 2, current is 0, voltage is highest. Again, product goes 0. In this way, at pi, voltage is 0, but current is peak. And pi to 3 pi by 2, 3/4 of a cycle. Again, I will find voltage is negative max, but current is 0. So it repeats. In this way, I have relationship between voltage and current. Current is lagging behind the voltage by 90 degree or pi by 2 radian. Then power, how is that 0? I can show it. Area of the power curve over 0 to 2 pi should go 0. Therefore, I have to identify 0 to pi by 2. There is a possibility of built up power. Nothing but voltage is positive, current is a negative. So positive quantity, negative quantity. It represents P in negative domain. Like E into I, like or V into I product become a waveform sinusoidally like this. Correct? It is nothing but product. V into I, V into I, V into I. I have to move 0, 0, 0, 0. In between, current is also somewhere peak here. Voltage is also some peak. Product leads to some other peak of power. Likewise, product of V into I, V into I have to do from 0 to pi by 2. It will represent me as sinusoid profile like this. Then from pi by 2 to pi, both the quantity, voltage is also in positive plane, current is also in positive plane, product leads to positive plane only. This will find step up in the upper half. Then in pi to 3 pi by 2, voltage is going negative even though current is positive. Product leads to negative half here. So this is the wave I can build. 0 crossing, one of the quantity is 0. Again, one of the quantity is 0. In between, product is sine fashion. Product is sinusoidally varying in nature. So I have to construct this. Then from 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. So both the quantities are in a negative plane. Minus I, minus V. Minus I, minus V become plus power. Because minus minus goes plus. So this become upper half. So what I represented totally over here, I am able to get number of power halves. Like what? 2 negative halves I got, 2 positive halves I got. Totally I got 4 halves of power. Then how many cycles it has become? Within a 0 to 2 pi, you can see here. 0, pi, 2 pi. This is called input cycle, one cycle. In one cycle of input, power wave took 2 cycles. It took 0, half cycle, 1 cycle, another half cycle, second cycle. I mean to say power wave is progressing faster than input wave. By what? 2 times omega. That's what you can see in this equation, final equation. P equal to Vm by root 2, Im by root 2, sine 2 omega t. Sine 2 omega t show you power wave is progressing twice the rate of input wave. What is input wave here? Vm sin omega t is progressing with suppose say 50 hertz. This is progressing with the 100 hertz. That's what is the meaning. 2 omega t meaning. That is the meaning. If input wave make one cycle in 2 pi, that is supposed to make 2 cycles within the same period of observation. So you will find 2 positive halves, 2 negative halves, equal in dimension, and average power is 0. Earlier we did not have a negative part of the wave. Now I have equal positive, equal negative. What is average over a cycle? Graphically 0. Negative, positive, negative, positive. When I add up, total sum goes 0. That's why you can see P equal to 0. So in this way, power consumed by an ideal inductor is 0 shown. You may have a question. Show that, prove that ideal inductor will not consume any power. Then you must prove up to the end of this power is 0, and you have to draw the waveforms to show that areas of the power curve over a cycle goes 0. So power is 0, or show that, prove that would be a question, or current lags behind the voltage by pi by 2 would be another type of question in this heading. Then the last trial, we have vectorial representation. For that we have to understand what is this voltage Vm sin omega t. If I have vector of voltage horizontally drawn, Vm, peak value of vector, where is that vector of current getting represented? We should understand what is the relationship between voltage and current. That is understood here. Voltage is Vm sin omega t only, but current is having Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. What it minus pi by 2 represents? Lagging behind the voltage by pi by 2. Therefore, from the vector which is drawn horizontal here, Vm, draw one line below by an angle 90 degree, below by a vector, current vector. It means in an ideal inductor, current is lagging behind the voltage by 90 degree or pi by 2 radian. This is called vectorial representation of the wave. So therefore, we should be very careful about vectorial knowledge which we get from current equation. Current equation say sin omega t minus pi by 2. Current is lagging behind it by pi by 2. With what behind? Omega t. What is omega t? Omega t is of that of voltage. Vm sin omega t, and here it is Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 says current in the inductor is lagging behind the voltage by 90 degree or pi by 2 radian. This is one of the best question in the examination. Show that current lags behind the voltage by 90 degree in an ideal inductor, or power is 0 in a cycle. So two types of questions are possible from this subject heading. So try to revisit this carefully from the video or from the material that you have with you. This is with respect to ideal inductor. Similar study can be done with the ideal capacitor. Can you see this diagram? Application of single phase AC to a capacitor. When I consider a capacitor C farad connected to a sinusoidally varying quantity Vm sin omega t as shown to you, there is a flow of current from the source, first half cycle in this diagram left to right, in every second half cycle right to left, because source is alternating. Because of that, current start rushing from plate 1 to plate 2 of a capacitor, plate 2 to plate 1 of a capacitor. Charge transfer takes place there. Now I am going to understanding of current into charge, coulombs of charges transferring from plate 1 of the capacitor towards plate 2, plate 2 of the capacitor towards plate 1. Tremendous movement of charge takes place across the plates of the capacitor. Then that is because of nature of the voltage applied, which is sinusoidally varying, alternating voltage we have applied. Because of that, movement of charge from plate 1 towards 2, 2 towards 1 is natural. Now let us observe at any instant of time how many coulombs of charges are present on the plates of the capacitor, which is C farad. I want to quantify. That is given as expression for the instantaneous charge present on the capacitor plates is given by Q equal to capacitance of the capacitor into voltage applied. That is given as Q equal to C into V. Why I have taken this, you might wonder. Ultimate my task of application of single phase AC to any electrical quantity is to understand nature of the current, behavior of the current, power if so, representation of them. In that direction, if I consider coulombs of charges quantified by Q equal to C into V, I can get from this Q what is current, dQ by dt. I will get the value of current. That is the reason Q equal to CV fundamental is taken for the study. Then Q equal to C into V, I substitute what is V. You can see here Q equal to C into V max sin omega t. So therefore, what is that current from this? I equal to dQ by dt. Differentiate Q, time rate of displacement of charges is current. What is current? Displacement of charges dQ by dt. So I will differentiate C V max sin omega t with the time t. If I differentiate, I am going to get C V max sin omega t as omega C V max cos omega. Sin omega differentiation become cos omega t and omega become outside. Omega C Vm cos omega t. Now what I will do, a small arrangement. Omega C I join and I'll push to the denominator like this way. 1 divided by omega C, nothing but it is as good in the numerator, into sine of omega t plus 5 by 2. Just get back what I was speaking in the last case study. Minus cos omega t vectorially with respect to sine means 90-degree lagging, plus cos omega t means vectorially from the sine omega t leading ahead by pi by 2 radian. That you can see. Cos omega t plus is written as sine omega t plus pi by 2. This is an advantage. Then this whole term is represented as peak current, something like that, Im. Im equal to Vm divided by 1 by omega C. Denominator is called as capacitive reactance. This is also known as XC. XC is known as capacitive reactance. Therefore, Vmax divided by 1 by omega C refers XC, means this refers current Imax. Therefore, I can write Imax equal to Vmax divided by 1 by omega C. So I can write in general now onwards, current in ideal capacitor is like Imax sin omega t plus pi by 2. This is what I get. So I begin with the Vm sin omega t. I took a fundamental of Q equal to Cv. I transformed it into cosine to sinusoid later. So this is my achievement. What may be a question? Show that, prove that in an ideal capacitor, current leads ahead of the voltage by pi by 2. This is what leading. Omega t is the input wave. Omega t is sine, that's all. Here it is sine omega t plus pi by 2. It is nothing but leading ahead of the voltage by pi by 2. This is one standing point. Good question of 6 marks work. Now how you are going to represent them? To represent them, input wave. Can you see over here in the graph? Input wave is drawn. Solid line, sinusoid, 0, pi, 2 pi. Then dotted line. Can you see the dotted line? Which is current. How it is begun? Begun pi by 2 radian advance. It is advance written. It is a 0 and left side. There is a minus pi by 2. It means from that point, pi by 2, again 0, pi by 2, it makes a cycle. It means it is beginning pi by 2 radian earlier to 0 mark. It means I would have drawn it extreme left from pi by 2 point. Pi by 2, what I have here? Such a pi by 2 is here also in the extended axis. From that point, dotted line begins and it makes one complete cycle like this. That is the meaning of pi by 2 leading. So voltage wave 0, pi, 2 pi. Current wave begin before 0 mark by pi by 2, makes it one complete cycle. So therefore, we can draw voltage and current waves on the same scale. Later, is there any consumption of power by the ideal capacitor? Definitely no. Ideal capacitor will not consume any power. It will store whatever energy you submitted as electrostatic field, and it is retrieved back to the source whenever required. Therefore, ideal capacitor will not consume any power. Therefore, we can say it is going to store it as electrostatic field. Then power consumed over a cycle must be zero. When it is not consuming, it should be zero. Then how we are going to prove it? Let us take instantaneous power P equal to instantaneous voltage, instantaneous current. Multiply them. Again, you will get Vm sin omega t cos omega t. As we have already visited this turns to zero. Therefore, I would say power wave is having 2 omega t concept. Power wave is progressing at the rate twice the omega t. Therefore, it is faster than input cycle. Hence, it go to zero. Power wave is progressing at the rate twice the omega t and P goes to zero. So therefore, to represent this, I have to consider from 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. There are 0 crossings of the wave. At omega t equal to 0, power is 0. At omega t equal to pi by 2, power is 0. In between, current and voltage are upper plane. So there is a power half vertically upward. You can see this. You can see this upper half of the power, which my cursor on the page is moving. Then in the pi by 2 to pi, current is in the lagging phase, voltage in the upper phase. Then product is one is minus, one is plus. It becomes negative and complete. It makes a positive negative completed within 0 to pi only. And pi to 2 pi, similar phenomena. In pi to 3 pi by 2, both the voltage and current are in negative phase. Product remain positive because minus V minus I, it become plus. It become upper half of the representation. Similarly, in the next quadrant, 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, one of the quantity voltage is negative, current is positive. It become naturally negative. Then I would say positive half, negative half, positive half, negative half over a cycle goes zero because they are equal in dimension. Average power goes over a cycle zero. That's the proof of our work. So P is zero. It goes zero because average power over a cycle is zero. Positive half, negative half, positive half, negative half, equal in dimension. So they are spread evenly and it is completing 2 cycles within 0 to 2 pi. That is the meaning of 2 omega t progressing at the rate twice the supply voltage. Hence, power wave goes zero. Means value is zero. This is how we learned today